So the Rhodes stitch is a beautiful stitch. It adds a little bit of texture. You can see it here where it creates a little bit of height and a little dimension. Now I like to make these stitches in circular shapes, but they can be made in other shapes as well. So to create the Rhodes stitch, I always start with a circle. You can use other shapes, you can use something more organic than a circle, but you primarily want a shape that you can make symmetrical. And your first stitch is going to come up from the top at 12 o'clock and go to 6 o'clock. Now you want to make this as close to that as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now your next stitch is going to go just to the right of where you came in at the top stitch, say at 12:01, and then you want to just go down to 6:31. And you want to make this as neat as you can. And each time you make this, you essentially cross your threads, and this creates a little bit of height. So my next thing will be at the 12:02 mark. So my next stitch will begin at the 12:02 mark and go to the 6:32 mark, and so on, all the way around like spokes of a wheel. And as you do this, it starts to build up the stitch wherever they cross. Now this stitch reminds me of the satin stitch because you want to get those threads side by side quite neatly. Now you can stop there partway through your stitching because it looks like a bow and it has shape and dimension. But to complete the Rhodes stitch, we're going to go all the way around. And I'll do one more stitch just to complete it. And then I'll knot it on the back. Now the beauty of this stitch is it has that beautiful raised dimension. I think it's a beautiful addition to pieces. When you want a little texture, it can look like a shell or it can look like a little mountain depending on the landscape you're making. It can just hint at things. And I love the fact that it's not a stitch that requires a perfect circle.